Alright, what's going on guys, AlexKaboom here. So today, in this Kaboom Sports, it's going to be a post-commentary, not like last year, even though last year I didn't use my mic. So it's just going to be my point of view of everything, so I hope you guys enjoy. Alright, if you don't know, how I start my year on my channel is basically doing a Kaboom Sports. It's just a fun event that you do on Roblox. Sometimes it doesn't work out. This is the second time I've done it, so every year it'll probably get better and better. So this year was a blast. Some mistakes happened, which I'll tell you later. First, I think the spawn point was too high. People could jump on these hammers that smack down people. So if you see that wood on my left right now, you could actually walk over that at the spawn point, right over there, right where that big chunk of wood is. You could basically jump over that. So I had to restart it, but you can see those people going around. But then I had to say open sesame, which I'll change the command next year because people will already know. So this part, the checkers are actually pretty hard. So like people kept on dying on them. You had to take your time on them. I think they were kind of glitched. Even if you're in a rush, it's really hard when you're in a rush. So yeah. So I just want to make it clear, the Kaboom Sports event, the prize was 60 Robux, and the guy actually did get it. If you're at the event, you probably know who he was. He was actually my friend's friend. He just told him to come to the event, and he did, just at the last moment, and he's actually pretty happy that he got it. Anyways, so Zach McFly won this round. So Zach got first, and then there was actually this guy who was just standing there like, I should know what to do now. Since he got first, he could actually still get second, but then we just went right away to sword fighting. I think that guy didn't bother to finish it, but everyone was like rematch, because it was going all crazy. Um, like Sacrifice said no, because I mean that makes sense. I would say no too, because I just won. It's actually pretty hard. So everyone kept on going to the left. I don't like those people. Like I like people who actually go with the rules. Like that was just a mistake. But yeah, he just did that and I just killed him. I don't want like cheaters going in the thing. But he got the checkpoint, which I did not know. So he just got way ahead. He just fell there though, so he has to go back to the checkpoint. Some of the checkpoints were actually really annoying because once you died from the sword fight, you wouldn't go back to the lobby, which the lobby is supposed to where you go when you die. But I mean, like, I need to fix that next year. And second is the real winner, because since Rose like actually wanted like the people who were second to win, at the end he actually let someone who didn't have as much Robux as him win, which was like a crazy moment. The guy was actually really happy. And so we teleported all those people there. We teleported Zach here, because Zach and Rules needed to go against each other. And then I TP'd Zach and somehow he's in the maze. And that was really interesting. So then I teleport them here. Now I can tell how these guys won, because they used that wood thing, which I didn't want people to do. So I teleported Rules more in front of him, since Zach was actually cheating. I mean, they both were cheating, but Zach was more ahead. So then I made it fair for the last obby moment. Somehow Ethan got in there, because I think when you die, you teleport there, like I said before. But I actually TP'd everyone there, so I don't know how Zach got to the obby, which is really interesting. Probably reset it again. But then we did sword fighting, we just teleported there. So then I made it so me and Landon, my admin that I made for the game, my staff. So there's actually two staffs in total. We wanted just two staffs because if there was just me doing everything, that would be just too much. So thanks to Landon. So I made me and Landon invincible, so this all worked out. So we don't die from swords if on accident we fly too low. But then I did invincible S, and then basically I actually invincible someone with an S. So his name was Solis. I just didn't really want to put the name out, but if you probably remember him killing everyone, that's probably the guy that he got killed by. He had invincible, and I need to next year actually like spell people's names out and not do like short forms, because there might actually be someone with an S. But whenever I do admin commands, I always think, see, he's like literally wrecking everyone there. He's in the middle of the circle right now. He was literally destroying everyone. At this moment, he just jumps up and just really doesn't really care, because he knows he has unlimited health. So we didn't find out until after the round, when Aaron actually pointed his sword and he did nothing, no damage to each other. I didn't know how he found out. Like, okay, that would actually, like, he didn't deal any damage. Like, he would at least deal some damage. Like, there's no way you can kill an invincible person unless you do uninvincible. So then you just go in after him, and then literally takes no damage. somehow Ethan glitched back in, or I think he was hiding, I don't know. But then he got killed by the guy, and he did no damage the whole round. So then we found out. Um, then we found out that he was invincible, so we had to do a rematch, which makes sense. So we basically invincible him, and then invincible Spooky. Next round, our next Kaboom Sports, I shouldn't bother because we're like up here, but it was just in case if we came back down to like spectate, someone kills us, that could always happen, and then he did take damage. So I forget if we did a rematch or not, but he didn't win any things anyways. But then we were like, Sully's won. So that round where he versed Aaron, he was unvincible. So that was good. So he actually lost a lot of health, but he still won. So yeah, I think he just during the round it's kind of funny, but it's kind of not at the same time because we thought he was cheating at first, but the whole round he was just using invincible because I on accident did that. Next was the maze, and the maze was really cool to see. Um, TPing was actually pretty hard. I think I need to make the lobby a little bit bigger because some people were actually getting flamed off. At one moment I got it and it was pretty cool to see. So I TP'd them again. I zoomed out so then everyone would fall in. And it's just a really weird technique that I thought would work during the game, and it did. So I went over and I set the command to open the door, which is open sesame. Don't bother to try that next year because it won't work. Somehow someone died because someone had a sword. Oh, it was Solly's. Yeah, Solly still had his sword. He's still causing trouble. So then I just TP'd all of them back. Then after that, I asked if everyone was here since some people got flamed, some people got killed by Sully's because he still had the sword. I did a countdown, 7, 6, 5, and you get the point. And then I said open sesame and the thing began. It was pretty amazing. You could see so much people in the maze, and some people said they were getting pushed, so they got glitched, and it was amazing, big maze. Get it? Amazing. People had flashlights. I think it was really dark in the maze since the set time was actually nighttime, and I forget when someone set it to night because I always thought it was morning the whole time because at the beginning of the whole game it was morning and suddenly the time just changed and I didn't add anything for the time to change, but I bet someone just set the time. Anyways, so it was actually more nicer that it was night for the maze because then it would be a little bit more harder. But then I fired everyone so a light would be better, and the people that are ahead, I don't know if people knew that you could actually zoom out to see all of the maze to get across faster, but some people might be in first person, some people might be smart enough to go and zoom out. Kind of like at the end that we did winner of all 4 games get into like a random game to win the prize. We did sword fight at the end because it's just a really good choice because maze is not that good. Just believe that would actually be a good choice, but we just did sword fighting at the end. The maze would be way too big. It's actually easy to cheat in the maze because you can zoom out and stuff, like I said before. Even though you're supposed to zoom out to see the maze, which actually made it so you can. Also put a roof over the maze, so a clear glass so I can see where people are, and so I know that people are not like jumping on people's heads to get over the maze. There's a lot of people. Then we found out that Sully's had admin to win the maze, so we just banned him. Shout out to that guy, he was kind of cool. About being banned, he didn't really care, but he wanted to be unbanned, but he said that after Kaboom Sports ended. So T1 was the winner. I don't know his full name, but T1 won. And then we had a rematch the whole game. The rematch the whole sword fighting because Sully's we found out had admin, so you could basically do anything. Like you could basically fly in the sword fighting game, if anything, but he didn't do that because that'd be pretty noticeable. But I mean, he didn't use it because I don't think he knew about it, like that he had it. But anyways, we just restarted it just in case if he had anything else that what he was using to win the sword fighting game. Whoever set the time, it's pretty dark in the maze. Like there's a little bit of light, but that's just fire from making people on fire for some reason. Like there's no torches made. I think people that reset the fire particle just stays in. Anyway, so then I went out to the maze. I don't know why I kept on going in the maze, but it was like people were actually sword fighting then. I don't know why I wasn't spectating, because this is for a video. And then, so then tons of people died. We made sure that no one was had any invincible like last round, so we don't have to get everyone angry that we had to restart. But some people didn't really mind that we had to restart the whole thing. Like, oh, they're like, oh, who's this hacker? But it wasn't a hacker, it was just an admin. But people got really annoyed at Solly's. But like, some people thought it was funny. I don't know. Like, people didn't really care that they wanted a rematch. Some people really wanted a rematch since they died the last round. They can have another chance to win. Like this guy who was not from last round. I think Rules was from last round. I think he was versioning them, but then I think So Solly's won, and then Aaron um, was going versioning Solly's, but then they had to redo the whole thing since people were actually kind of angry. So yeah, that was a really interesting story for Kaboom Sports this year. I can't wait for next year. It's going to be pretty fun. I always like doing these Kaboom Sports. I mean, it's really far apart from each other. I'm thinking of doing one in the summer since this one was really good. It's really fun to do. It's really a fun event. This is basically the start of a new year. If you look in the description of the game, basically why I do this event is because it's super fun event that you can do to start the year. It's pretty fun. A big change to the story frame this year is probably doing free for all, which is a good choice. Last year it was 1v1s, which took a very long time. People couldn't spectate. I'm actually add a spectate button, but I don't know. We'll see next year. It's going to be pretty good. Or even in the summer, I'll add a spectate thing. So it was Ethan versus Rules, and this was going to be pretty cool. This is going to be the winners, and whoever wins this gets to go to the finals, which is going to be pretty exciting. We actually didn't know if people were hiding or not, which is the problem. Like, you can basically hide in between those things, but the thing is, you can, if you get stuck there, you're ambushed basically. But, anyways, I don't know if they wanted to fight or not. They kept on going away from each other. I mean, they're probably getting the best angle that they can not to get hit and to get damaged. So yeah, Rules won. Rules basically was really beast at all the games. He likes Spleef, but he doesn't like really good at it, apparently. It's really hard to be good at Spleef. If you survive last, you could be good at Spleef, because basically what happens is once you get onto the layer, all the layers disappear since everyone's going on it. Like, everyone goes out on it at the same time, so that means the first layer, people fall through. But actually someone survived the first layer, and that's Zach McFly. And we'll see. Spleef was actually really fun. All the events were pretty crazy. The worst event of all of them was probably the obby. The obby wasn't really set up to have a lot of people. So yeah, here is the game. It starts right now. I don't know why I went to the sword fighting place. I think I was checking if someone's there, but then I forgot that the spleef was going on. Then Zach McFly. Oh wait, he wasn't on the first layer. He was on the second layer, but that's pretty still crazy. Somehow he falls down to the third layer. I'm glad I add 3 layers. It was Aaron versus King, and then King takes out Aaron, and he's the winner. He keeps on jumping. He knows what's up. He won the game, and it was pretty cool. So that was gonna be the winner for Spleef. Then it was the finals. I was stuck in the lobby somehow, and then I was trying to get over to the sword fighting. Me and Landon chose the sword fighting thing because it has skill in it. Obby won't work, Maze won't work, Spleef would be good, but King already wants Spleef, and I don't know if he's gonna be like good at Spleef and just wreck everyone. So we told the winners of each minigame if they wanted to do sword fighting. It was a 50-50, so we just did sword fighting anyway. So we teleported the winners from each minigame, each 4 of the minigames. Second Fly, Rules, T1, and King. So then someone typed out sword fighting, maze, or spleef, or obby, and some of the people, like, I don't know who, but Second Flight I think didn't want to do sword fighting, and I think Rules wanted to do sword fighting, I forget what T1 or King chose, but either of them chose sword fighting or another mini game. It was a 50-50 chance between those 4 people. So we did sword fighting. Since sword fighting is just easy to like have them all teleported there. Ethan somehow glitched in, and then we did fight. So then the fight went on. T1 got destroyed. Apparently it was AFK, but the round was obviously going on, the round was obviously going to start, but apparently he was changing his avatar for the last fight. So then King didn't have a sword, so we gave him a sword, and it was Rules versus King. And then, so basically it's an automatic win for King, since Rules wanted the person who's second who doesn't have as much Robux or hats as them to win, because he already has enough and he's a legend since he did that. We wanted people to spectate, so we teleport them. We invincible them so they don't get killed, but I mean, we didn't really have to do that. I double checked if any of the names had a T, or else they would have invincible, and that wouldn't be good. And Rules was the winner, but then since Rules wanted second to win, he said that at the beginning of the game, since he's always good every year somehow. I forget what mini game he won last year, but I can see later. Anyways, Rules, you said that you would give second first, and he said yes, I did. And then he gave the winner gives the prize to anyone that has hashtags, but it was King. There was another person named King in the server, so he thought he won. So yeah, King got 60 Robux, and he looks way more better. So he used to have the Kylo Ren helmet and the Arthur package knight kind of thing, and now he looks way better with 60 Robux. So I want to thank Spooky High for giving the Robux on his group called No Limit Clothing. I want to thank the people who participated, the people who made my logo, like Zach McFly, the people who invited before the game. The game exploded when you guys invited all those people. And so after he won the Robux, we just basically did a split run round for fun. And I want to thank everyone for the support. It's been amazing. The minutes that you have been staying after the game is pretty crazy. Sometimes I think that you're never going to win the game. Hopefully next year it'll be easier to teleport and all that stuff. So if you didn't win this year, there's always a next year, January 2 p.m. 2021. And I'm thinking of doing one this summer, but I still have to think of the date. So yeah. I want to thank Rules for giving the prize to King, and I also want to thank everyone for participating in Kaboom Sports. Then after all those fun games that we just did for fun, we did screenies. I feel like it's a thing we should do every year for Kaboom Sports. It's just a fun thing because I did a spleef screenie from last time, and now we're gonna do like a funny screenie because Aaron turned into like the frog, rainbow frog with admin, and Dexter also did that. It's kind of a funny. I also want to thank everyone who stayed for a very long time after the game. I don't know what else to say, but thank you guys a lot. This couldn't be done without you guys, because if we didn't have as much people, it wouldn't be as fun. And it's like not. It's always good when you have big numbers and stuff. Like the maze wouldn't be. It would take way longer, but some people were really good at the maze, so it only took a couple of minutes. And when me and Dexter and Aaron tested it out, it took a long time, but some people just went for it and just finished it. People had really good talent in some of the mini games, like sword fighting, for example. I mean, you can't really have talent in what is it, the maze? You just have to be lucky, really. And some people got pretty close, and this one guy, I forget, I think it's T1. He finished the maze, and I don't. I the thing is, I just need more staff in case if people are cheating. I mean, we had enough staff this year. It was good. It was perfect for this kind of numbers. Just for two staff, we got some. We found some people who had admin that on accident. I think we gave at the beginning of the round before the game Kaboom Sports even started. That we had on admin. So we're gonna change a lot of stuff next year to make it a little bit better. Not to make it worse, but to make it better.
Alex, after you wanna do admin all?
Yes.